primarily into recruitment solution. We also take care of HR advisory and consulting services. We also provide contract staffing and payroll management, and we are also into campus placement and HR practical training. These are few clients for whom we are working. We are providing all sort of services, right from recruitment to payroll to training. Let me share you what exactly we are offering in 1 month online HR Generalist Practical Training program. There are 4 important modules. The very first module is of labor laws and statutory compliances. Under this module, we have included almost all the important and major labor laws in India, right from Provident Fund to ESIC Act. And we understand PF and ESIC are applicable on which part of salary, how the monthly contributions are calculated, how the monthly challans are prepaid, and finally, how the challans are uploaded in government website and paid. The other labor law which we cover are Maternity Benefit Act, and we understand which all employees are eligible to get the benefit and what all benefit one should extend to these employees. The other labor law which we cover are Payment of Bonus Act and Payment of Gratuity Act. And we understand which all employees are eligible to get bonus and gratuity, how these benefits are calculated and paid. The second module which we have under this online HR Generalist Practical Training program is of compensation and benefit, which is all about how entire compensation and benefit packages are designed, how CTC sector designing are done, what are the various ways of doing salary breakup formation. We also learn that how payroll can be managed in an Excel sheet and how payroll can be done on a software. Other thing which we understand are income tax, professional tax, loss of pay, overtime leaves and holidays. And finally, we understand that how full and final settlement of employees are done at the time of going. The third module which we have is of recruitment and selection, which is all about talent acquisition. And we understand things like what are job description, what are job specification, what are the various sourcing strategies nowadays corporate are adopting. We train people on Naukri.com and one become capable of finding suitable candidates on the basis of various keywords, key skills, and job description. We also teach on what is the best way of doing job posting, whether you are posting job on LinkedIn, Monster, or Naukri.com. Nowadays, it is not HR manager who is going through each and every resume. Now, resumes or applications are getting screened by technology. We also see that how various technology or how various ATS, applicant tracking systems, and how various RMS, recruitment management software, are working in recruitment. Then we have a dedicated session of CV writing and interviews do's and don'ts under this module. The third and last module is of HR analytics. And we understand that why HR analytics has become so important in the recent past. What exactly is HR analytics, how it is done, what are the various HR tools and techniques which are used, what are the various HR metrics which are used to judge the performance of HR department, and how finally HR dashboards are created. This is all about the course which we are offering. Before proceeding, just wanted to have the kind of audiences we have today. There would be a poll which would be appearing. I would request everyone to respond to the poll. Kindly let us know how much experience do you have in HR. The poll is live, everyone. Kindly let us know how much experience do you have in HR. Once we receive 80% of the total response, I would be ending the poll. I would also be sharing the result and we would be proceeding further. We have received more than 80% of the response. Let me end the poll and share you the result. Majority of the population today, 95% are freshers. We have people who has got 1 to 3 years of experience as well. Thank you for your participation, everyone. Let's proceed. In today's demonstration, we would be understanding an important part of compensation and benefit. In our actual classes, we conduct 3 classes to cover this module. And if time permit, we would also be taking a small overview of important and major labor laws in India. You all can keep your videos off. No doubt, compensation and benefit is one of the most important functions of HR. Why it is important? Because compensation and benefit as a function of HR is responsible for deciding what to pay. Whenever any company goes for hiring any person or any position, this function of HR decides that how much salary should be paid to that position. CNB as a function of HR is also responsible for deciding how to pay. I am referring to what should be the breakup, how much salary should be fixed, how much salary should be variable is something which this function of HR takes care of. CNB as a function of HR is also responsible for deciding when to pay. I am referring to timeline or frequency. There are many companies where salaries are paid on first. There are many companies where salaries are paid on third. And there are many companies where salaries are paid on seven. There are many companies where performance incentives are paid on monthly basis. There are many companies where performance incentives are paid on quarterly basis. And then we have good number of companies where performance incentives are paid on annual basis. When all these payments should be made is something which is decided by compensation and benefit function of HR. And finally, CNB as a function of HR is also responsible for taking care of entire compensation and benefit which they extend to their employee. No doubt this is very important function, but this is not easy. Why it is not easy? Due to absence of law. We have labor law and provident fund, we have labor law and ESIC Act, and we have labor laws on maternity, payment of bonus, and payment of gratuity act. Since we have labor laws on these areas, things are very clear. We know that what all should be done and what all should be avoided. But when it comes to compensation and benefit, there is no law in HR which speaks that how CTC package should be designed, or how CTC and Excel designing should be done, or how the salary breakup should be formed. No doubt we have few labor laws which are talking about payment. There is a labor law by the name of Minimum Wages Act. We also have a labor law by the name of Payment of Wages Act. There is a labor law by the name of Payment of Bonus Act, and then we have a labor law by the name of Equal Remuneration Act. Let's try to understand what exactly these labor laws are taking care of. The labor law by the name of Minimum Wages Act speaks about paying minimum wages to certain category of worker. You cannot pay lesser than the minimum wages to those kind of worker is something which this labor law is taking care of. But again, this labor law do not cover each and every employee in India. The labor law by the name of Payment of Wages Act speaks about timely payment of salaries, and there should not be any illegal deduction from the salary is something which this labor law is talking about. But again, this labor law only covers those employees whose monthly salaries are either 24,000 per month or less. The labor law by the name of Payment of Bonus Act speaks about bonus payment or profit sharing by the company. But again, this labor law only covers those employees whose monthly salaries are 21,000 per month or less. This labor law do not cover each and every employee in India. The labor law by the name of Equal Remuneration Act speaks about similar wages to all the gender. On the basis of gender, you cannot have any discrimination if they're working similar kind of job is something which this labor law is taking care of. All these four labor laws are getting combined into one, which would be known by the name of Code on Wages. The new labor law, which was supposed to come from April 2021, which went on hold. Whenever that new labor law would be coming, that would be taking care of all these four labor law into one. In today's demonstration, we would be understanding what is compensation, and we would also be understanding what are benefits. We would be seeing what are the various steps and components which should be kept in mind while designing CNB structure. We would be understanding few real offer letters which had been issued by our client to our candidate. We would be preparing one CNB structure in an Excel sheet for better understanding. And if time permit, we would be taking a small overview of important major labor laws in India. Before I proceed, just wanted to have your understanding on the topic. There would be a statement which would be appearing. Respond to the poll in true or false. Let us know the net in hand salaries of all employees. Getting a CTC of 10 lakhs in 10 different company would be same or not. The poll is live, everyone. Let us know whether the net in hand salary of all the employees who are working at same CTC but working in different company would be same or not. We will follow the same rule. Once we receive 80% of the total response, I would be ending the poll. I would also be sharing you the result, and we would be proceeding further. We have received close to 80% of the response. Let me end the poll and share you the result. Majority of the population, 85% voted for false, whereas 15% voted for true, and they are of the opinion that net take-home salary of all these employees would be same, even if they are working in different companies, but they are working at same CTC. The correct answer is false. The take-home salary of all these employees, even if they are working at same CTC, but working in different company, would never be same. Why it would never be same? Because CTC and Excel designing differ from company to company. And why it differ? Due to absence of law. There is no labor law which is saying that compensation package or CTC and Excel should be designed in this particular way. Every company design compensation package as per their own convenience. In the coming slide also, we would be understanding why it would not be same and how different companies are designing different package in a different style. So let's try to understand what is compensation and what are benefit. Compensation is defined as the total amount of monetary pay provided to an employee. In simpler word, it is the money given for the work. Whatever salary, whatever money, whatever cash every month employees are getting us is called as compensation. If this is compensation, what is benefit? Benefit are all non-financial forms of compensation offered in addition to cash salary. Over and above the monthly salary, monthly money, or monthly cash every employees are getting, they also get good number of facilities and perks from their company, for which they do not get any kind of money in their hand, but companies are providing good number of facilities. If I have to define compensation and benefit in one line, it would be like this. The salary or money one gets is compensation. The facilities and perks one avail are benefit. Let's have an example of few more for better understanding. Compensation, which is the monetary part of package, things like basic pay, allowances, it can be travel allowance, meal allowance, housing or medical, which are paid in the form of money, comes under compensation. All commissions, incentives, overtime payment, these all are paid in the form of money, hence they comes under compensation. All bonuses, profit sharing, stock options, all these things are paid in the form of money, hence they comes under compensation. Benefit, for which employee do not get any kind of money in their hand, but companies are providing good number of facilities, things like holidays and leaves, welfare facilities and cafeteria, infrastructure facilities, reward and recognition, insurance and medical. Insurance and medical are something which are provided by almost all the companies in India. People are, their lives are insured, they are getting medical insurance, for which employee do not get any kind of money in their hand, but this is a good facility which their company is providing. Retirement benefit, wellness program, it can be mental wellness, it can be health wellness. During COVID period, almost all the good companies has gone for providing mental wellness and health wellness to their employees. They hired psychiatrists, they hired doctors. All these psychiatrists and doctors were available for all the employees. These employees were calling the doctors and taking their help. So there was no money which was given to the employee, but companies were spending good amount of money. Let's have a look on few more example of benefit for better understanding. It can be health insurance, dental insurance, life insurance. As I said, life insurance is something which is one of the most widely accepted benefit in India. You will see that almost all the companies in India are providing life insurance benefit. It can be retirement plan, gym and fitness. There are many companies who are giving membership for gym and fitness club, for which employees do not get any kind of money in their hand, but this is a good facility which their companies are providing. Vision care, personal leave, sick leave, higher education. There are many companies who motivate their employees to go for higher education, for which employees do not get any kind of money in their hand, but this is a good benefit or facility which their companies are providing. Child care paid leave and many more. Very similar to compensation package designing, there is no labor law which is saying that every company has to provide these many benefit. This is why benefit also differ from company to company. Bigger companies are providing good number of benefit, whereas smaller companies are providing lesser number of benefit. Now let's try to understand, whenever companies goes for hiring any person or any position, how they decide that what salary should be paid to that person or that position. The word compensation is a very broad term. It can be divided into two major categories. One is salary, another is wages. Normally, the word salary is used for all those payments which are paid to management cadre of employees. And the word wages are used for all those payments which are paid to worker. So management people get salary and worker gets wages. We could be seeing what are the factors which are playing important role in the decision of salary and wages. Wages which are paid to worker are normally decided by state governments, which is called as minimum wages. Every state in India has decided minimum wages for their state. Maharashtra government has decided minimum wages for their state worker. Similarly, Karnataka government has decided minimum wages for their state worker. In the same way, West Bengal government has also decided minimum wages for their state worker. You cannot pay less than that minimum wages in that state. Other factor which plays important role are cost of living or location. We know that on the basis of cost of living or location, salary differ. Whenever government decide minimum wages for state or other industries, they also decide on the basis of location. Entire country has been divided into three categories: A, B, and C. Government decide different minimum wages for A cities, government decide different minimum wages for B city, and government decide different minimum wages for C city. You will also see that all those states which are costly in nature, like Maharashtra, Karnataka, and Delhi, minimum wages are high. All those states which are not that costly or poor state, like Bihar, Jharkhand, and West Bengal, you will see that minimum wages in these states are slightly lower. Education and experience. No doubt, we know that on the basis of education and experience, salaries are getting decided. Whenever government is deciding minimum wages, they are also deciding minimum wages on the basis of education. Whenever government releases the circular of minimum wages, they mention like this: for matricular, this would be the minimum wages; for graduate, this would be the minimum wages; and for postgraduate, this would be the minimum wages. So even government is deciding minimum wages on the basis of education. Industries or ability to pay. When I say industries or ability to pay, I am referring to there are many industries which are not doing that great. Industries like jute making company, carpet making company, tea garden, to some extent textile industries, and to some extent manufacturing industries. These industries are not doing as great as industries like telecom, insurance, e-commerce, healthcare. These companies are doing great. If you will see that any person who is joining Tea Garden and any other HR manager who is joining a telecom company, the person who is joining the telecom company would be getting higher payment. Whenever government is deciding minimum wages, they are also deciding different minimum wages for different industries. For agriculture sector, government is deciding different minimum wages. For manufacturing sector, they are deciding different minimum wages. And for mining industries, government is deciding a different minimum wages. So on the basis of industries or ability to pay of the industries, you will see that even wages and salary both are getting different. Supply and demand. When I'm saying supply and demand, I am referring to what is the demand of any particular kind of manpower in the market and what is the supply of that kind of manpower. In other words, what is the demand of any particular kind of skill set in the market and what is the supply of that kind of skill set. The demand of data scientists are huge, but supply is not that great. So you will see that data scientist salaries are very high. When we comes to HR professionals, the supply is slightly more, but the demand is not that great. So this is why lot many people are unemployed and salaries are not up to mark also. Whenever job evaluation is something which is one of the most scientific approach of deciding what salary should be paid to any position. Job evaluation is nothing but comparative study of two jobs. You study two jobs and decide that what salary should be paid to any position. Under job evaluation, things like job analysis, job description, and job specification comes. Whenever government decide minimum wages for worker, they invite the important and major labor laws of major labor union of the state, which plays an important role. So we have discussed about the minimum wages. Let me take you to a question or scenario for which I do not have any poll. I would request your responses in the chat box. So minimum wages of Bihar or minimum wages in the state of Bihar for unskilled worker is 8,268, which means if you are thinking of hiring any unskilled worker in the state of Bihar, this is something which you need to pay. You cannot pay lesser than this in the state of Bihar. Minimum wages in Delhi for the same kind of unskilled worker is 16,506 rupees. You cannot pay lesser than this amount in Delhi to any unskilled worker. That would be illegal. Now, the question which I want to put in front of you all is this. This the worker who is working in Bihar, if the Bihar worker gets transferred to Delhi and he is not required to do anything extra, neither any extra skill set is required. Do you feel that Bihar worker upon getting transferred to Delhi would be getting higher minimum wages or not? You all can respond in the chat box. Let me repeat my question. The Bihar worker, when he gets transferred to Delhi and he is not required to do anything extra, neither any extra skill set is required. Do you feel that The worker who is getting transferred from Bihar to Delhi would be getting higher minimum wages as per Delhi or not? Kindly respond in the chat box. Higher, yes. He should get, yes, okay. Okay, so you all are correct. Yes, this person would be getting higher minimum wages in Delhi. Now let me know why he would be getting higher minimum wages in Delhi. He is not required to do anything extra, neither any extra skill set is required. Why he would be getting higher minimum wages? Yes, yes, so that because he would be getting higher minimum wages in Delhi because minimum wages in Delhi is high, which has been decided on the basis of all those factors which we have seen. So you all are correct. Let me state law. Yes, very good. Let me take you to another question. For this, I am not asking for any answer. This is a food for thought. Try to find out the correct answer. In our actual classes, we discuss all this nitty-gritty of law. You all said that Bihar worker, when he gets transferred to Delhi, would be getting higher minimum wages because minimum wages of Delhi is high. Now, we are transferring this person back to Bihar. Can the salary be reduced? Try to find out the correct answer. In our actual classes, we discuss and understand what is the legal possibilities. Thank you for your participation, everyone. Let's proceed for the time being. There is a poll again. So there is no right or wrong answer to this. We conduct this poll just to have a masses feeling what normal people understand. Which is the most important attribute to make someone the preferred choice during an interview? Is it communication skill, or it is practical skills and knowledge, or it is degrees and certification? As I said, there is no right or wrong answer to this. We conduct this survey just to have a masses feeling. The poll is live, everyone. Let us know which is the most important attribute to make someone the preferred choice during an interview. Is it communication skill, or it is practical skills and knowledge, or it is degrees and certifications? We will follow the same rule. Once we receive 80% of the total response, we would be closing the poll. I would be sharing you the result and we will proceed further. We have received close to 80% of the response. Let me end the poll and share you the result. So majority of the population, 55% is voted for practical skills and knowledge, whereas 36% is voted for communication skill. And it is surprising to see that only 9% is voted for degrees and certification. As I said, there is no right or wrong as to this. We conduct this survey just to have a masses feeling. Thank you everyone for your participation. Let's proceed for the time being. Now, this is one of the most important section of this free demo session. How are compensation and benefit designed? The entire process and steps of designing compensation package can be categorized into 5 steps. Once you follow all these 5 steps, your entire process of designing compensation package will be complete. The very first and most important step is to decide the fixed or base pay for the person. Under this step, you finalize basic salary and DNS allowance if it is applicable. DNS allowance is something which is normally found with government organization. In private organization, you will hardly find DNS allowance. So in the very first step, you decide that what should be the basic salary for the person and what should be the DA if it is applicable. Once you are done with first step, second step is to work on allowances. Whatever allowances which your company is providing, you need to divide rest of the salaries into those allowances. Allowances can be in the name of house rent allowance, conveyance allowance, medical allowance, special telephone, internet, others. Allowances are purely a choice of companies. Whatever allowances they want to give, they can go for that. So after deciding the basic salary and DA, you need to divide or decide the amount for all allowances which your companies are providing. Once you're done with these 2 steps, third step is to calculate the cost of retirals and statutory contributions. This is something which you do not decide. This comes from the labor law point of view, and you calculate the cost of your company's contribution to various government authorities for the employees. Every company contribute every month to government authorities in the name of, it can be in the name of Provident Fund. Companies contribute to ESIC department also. Companies are contributing money to labor welfare fund. Gratuity and bonus are something which are legal benefit, and there are many companies who add gratuity and bonus in CTC calculation, and there are many companies who do not add gratuity and bonus. Both are correct. So in the third step, you calculate the cost or your company contributions in the name of Provident Fund, ESIC, and Labor Welfare Fund. Once you're done with this three steps, fourth step is to add the cost of perks and benefit which your company is providing. It can be in the name of medical insurance, life insurance, club membership, vision care, higher education. Whatever benefit your company is providing, you can add the cost of that in the CTC package. Fifth and last step is variable pay or incentive. If the position is something which is required to achieve any kind of target, and on the achievement of that target, if the person is getting paid any kind of incentive or performance bonus, you can add the cost of that as well. The various names which has been given to variable pay or incentives are performance incentive. Many company call it as PLI, which stands for performance link incentive. Many company are calling it as performance bonus. There are many companies who are paying performance bonus on the basis of company's performance. And yes, there are many companies who pay on long service award also. So once you follow all these 5 steps, your entire process of designing compensation and package would be complete. So whatever we have seen, let's try to implement that in an Excel sheet and try to find out design a compensation package. Let's take an example of annual CTC of 3 lakh. If 3 lakh is the annual CTC, 25,000 per month would be the monthly CTC. We would be making a CTC breakup or salary breakup of 25,000 per month. We have seen then the very first step was to decide the base pay. Under base pay, what we do, we decide the basic salary for the person. I hope my Excel sheet is visible. What should be the basic salary for this person? Anybody in the class who knows can revert in the chat box. Basic salary is normally decided as 40 to 50% of CTC. Why 40 to 50% of CTC? There is no labor law which is saying that basic has to be 40 to 50% of CTC. This is something which is happening since long and everybody is following this rule. Otherwise, there is no law which is saying that basic has to be 40 to 50% of CTC. If you want to keep 60%, 70%, 80% or 90%, you are free to keep that. No law would be stopping you. But yes, there are a few strong logics why everybody is keeping 40 to 50% of CTC as basic. Let's follow the same practice and let's try to keep 50% of CTC as basic salary. We have decided basic salary of this person, which is 50% of monthly CTC. We are done with this. Second component was DA, and I also said that DA or DNS allowance is something which is normally found with government organization. In private organization, you will hardly find DA. So let's ignore this. We are ignoring this, and we are done with the first step. Second step was allowances. Whatever allowances which your company is giving, you can add that, or you need to divide the salary into those allowances. Anybody from the class, if you want to suggest me any allowances which you have seen, I would be taking that. Or let me take allowances which are very common in nature. There is one allowance which by the name of HRA, which stands for house rent allowance. You will see that almost 99% of the companies are going for HRA. Almost every company in India are giving HRA as one allowance. And what should be the amount? HRA is normally decided as 40 to 50% of basic salary. Why it is kept as 40 to 50% of basic salary? This is as per Income Tax Act. In Income Tax Act says that if HRA is 40 to 50% of basic salary, that money would be tax-free for the person. So this HRA is kept as 40 to 50% for tax discount purpose. And if your employee is staying in a non-metro city, you should keep 40% of basic. If your employee is staying in a metro city, you should keep 50% of basic as HRA. Let's assume that this person is staying in a non-metro city. For non-metro city, we should keep 40% of basic salary, which means 5,000 HRA would be tax-free for this person. If you want to decide 60%, 70% or 80%, you are free to do that also. But income tax exemption would be given on 40 or 50% only. And we have decided one allowance. Anybody who would like to suggest me other allowance, or let me pick telephone. Yes, telephone allowance we can give. How much amount should come? That amount which seems logical to come under telephone allowance. You cannot keep 10,000 in telephone allowance. This is not logical. In the days of Zero, let's keep 1,200. This seems okay to come under telephone allowance. And let me take one last allowance, which is very common in nature, which is you will see that almost 80% of the companies are going for a special allowance. There is nothing special with the special allowance. This allowance is normally used as adjusting or balancing amount. So everybody is taking a special allowance, but they are not deciding amount for this allowance at this point of time. Whatever amount which would be coming as a difference at the last, they would try to put that difference amount here. So this allowance is normally used as adjusting or balancing amount. Let's try to find out gross salary, which is also called as monthly salary. Gross salary or monthly salary can be calculated by adding first two steps of CTC and Excel designing, basic and allowances. We have reached to a monthly salary of 18,700, but we are looking for a monthly CTC of 25,000, and we are done with two steps. Third step was statutory. So let me pick two, which is universally applicable in Pan India: PF by company and ESIC by company. So Provident Fund contribution by company is how much? Many of you might be thinking 12%, but it is not 12%. It is 12 plus 1. Companies contribute 13% every month to PF department. Let's calculate 13%, which means this company would be contributing 2,431 rupees to government for this employee. And this employee would be getting good number of benefit from government. In ESIC, how much is contributed? 3.25% is contributed by company in ESIC, from which employee again get good number of benefit. Let's calculate 3.25%, which means company would be contributing 608 in ESIC and 2431 in PF. There are other things which can be added: labor welfare fund, which is not applicable in all the state. You can add bonus also, and you can add gratuity also. But addition or there are many companies who add this. There are many companies who do not add this. That would depend upon how the company is making the CTC and Excel. If your company is adding this, you should add. If your company is not adding this, you can ignore also. So these can be added, but this person's CTC is only 25,000. If you add this, his take home would be much less. So we are ignoring this as well. And we are done with 3 steps. Fourth step was benefits. If your company is providing any benefit, you can add the cost of that. Let's assume that your company is providing the benefit of medical insurance, and your company is spending 200 rupees per person per month. You can add the cost of this. If your company is providing any other benefit, you can add the cost of that also, like transport allowance or cafeteria subsidy. You can add those as well. And fifth and last step was incentive. If this person is supposed to achieve any kind of target, and on the achievement of that target, if this person is getting any kind of incentive, we can add that. Let's assume that if this person achieves the target, he would be getting 600 as incentive. We are done with all these 5 steps. Let's calculate the CTC which we have reached so far. CTC can be calculated by adding employer expenses with monthly salary. So we have reached to a CTC of 22,539, but we are looking for a CTC of 25,000. Now this cell has become active, which we left intentionally blank. What is the difference? 25,000 minus 22,539. There is a difference of 2,461. Now what this HR professional would do, he would try to add 3,461 in a special allowance to reach the desired figure of 25,000. I have done that. Let's see whether we are reaching to the desired figure of 25,000 per month CTC or not. No, we have not reached. There is an excess of 400. So 400 is excess. Now this HR professional would try to subtract 400 from here. Let's see. Now we are reaching to 25,000 or not. No, there is a difference of 65. Let's add 65. Again, there is a difference of 10. Let's subtract 10. There is a difference of 1. Let's add 1. Now we have reached to the desired CTC of 25,000, which we were looking for. But we have done good number of manual activities. This is how the CTC is designed. And if you want to find out the take-home salary, you need to subtract the employee's contribution. I am shifting to my another sheet, which is made on advanced Excel, and this is called as automated CTC calculator. Whatever CTC you want to calculate, this calculator would be giving you. Let's try to find out the CTC breakup of 25,000, which which we did in the previous slide. There is an option by the name of data. Go into data. Data is a data. Under data menu, there is an option of what if analysis. Select what if analysis. What if analysis will be showing you three options. Select goal seek. Goal seek will ask you three things. Set the cell. Set the cell means select the cell in which you are looking for value. I have selected this cell, CTC cell. I am looking for value in this cell. Second question which Excel is asking me is to value. What is the value which you're looking for? We are looking for 25,000 in CTC. I entered that. And third and last question which Excel is asking me is by changing cell. Excel is asking me to allot a cell which would be used for calculation purpose by Excel. So I am allotting this cell. I answered three questions to Excel. The cell in which I'm looking for value, the value which I'm looking for, and I allotted a cell for calculation purpose. So once I click OK, you will see that entire breakup of 25,000 per month CTC would be calculated automatically. Give a closer look. So it is done. We have not done any kind of manual activity, and entire breakup of 25,000 per month is in front of us. Let me show you again with a different figure. Under data, there is an option of what if analysis. What if analysis would be showing you three options. Select goal seek. Goal seek would ask you three questions. Set the cell. Select the cell in which you're looking for value. Second question it will ask is to value. What is the value which you're looking for? Let's have some odd figure. 998897, which is 9,98,897. This can be CTC figure for someone. And third and last question which Excel is asking me is allotting a cell which would be used for calculation purpose. I am selecting this cell. Once I click OK, you will see that we would be having a CTC breakup of 9,98,897. It is done. It has not taken a second also. So this is how the CTC package should be designed. Every cell has got some kind of formula. Go into any cell and you will see that some kind of formula is applied. So entire cell, entire sheet is formula driven and it is made on Excel sheet. At the very beginning of the class, I asked whether the take-home salary of all the person who are working in different company, but working at same CTC, their take-home would be same or not. This is the justification. There are three company A, company B, and company C. All these three companies are giving a CTC of 7 lakhs. But in company A, the take-home salary is 49,000. In company B, the take-home salary is 40,000, and company C is giving a take-home of 38,991. Why the take-home is different? The CTC annexure designing is different. This company has not added the cost of gratuity, medical and insurance. This company is calculating PF on other salary. This company is calculating PF on other part, and this company is contributing provident fund on some other salary. CTC annexure designing differ from company to company, and why it differ? Due to absence of law. This is why it is very difficult to comment that what would be the enhanced salary by only looking at the CTC. You need to see the entire salary breakup to find out what will come in hand. These are possible allowances which can be picked up for designing CTC breakup. These are some tax-free salary component which one should go for so that the more will come in the hand of employee. This is what I wanted to share from the Excel sheet. Let me go back to my PPT. Okay, there is a poll again. Can the monthly basic salary and monthly gross salary be the same? Let me share you two examples. There is a company who is giving offer letter like this. They are mentioning basic salary as 45,000, HRA is 0, conveyance is 0, and the total monthly gross salary is also 45,000. There is another company who is giving offer letter like this. They are mentioning only basic salary 50,000 and there is nothing else, and the basic salary and monthly gross salary is same. Let us know the monthly basic salary and monthly gross salary can be the same or not. Both the salary structure which are flashing on the screen are legally correct or not. The poll is live, everyone. This time you people are really fast. We have received close to 80%. Let me end the poll and share you the result. Majority 73% is voted for no. They are of the opinion that monthly gross salary and monthly basic salary cannot be the same, whereas 27% is voted for yes, monthly gross salary and monthly basic salary can be the same, and they are of the opinion that both the salary structure which are flashing on the screen are correct. The correct answer is yes. Monthly basic salary and monthly gross salary can be the same. Both the salary structure which are flashing on the screen are legally correct. There is nothing wrong. Paying allowances are purely a choice of company. All those companies who do not want to pay can do that. All those companies who want to pay allowances can also do that. Thank you for your active participation. Let's proceed for the time being. So let's try to understand how various companies are giving different kind of offer letter. These are real offer letters which has been issued by our client to our candidate. This is first offer letter in which company is offering a CTC of 13 lakhs 30,008 rupees. Company is also mentioning that this much would be coming in your in hand. Company at the bottom blue box, company is mentioning that there will be an additional monthly deduction towards medical insurance, which means this company is giving the benefit of medical insurance, but the money is getting deducted from employee salary, which also means that net in hand salary will further go down. Whatever is mentioned is not correct. You will see that in the red box, company is mentioning all these incentives. You are also eligible for max performance linked quarterly incentive of 66,500. You will also be eligible for max performance linked bonus of 2,66,000, which means variable pay is not a part of CTC in this organization. All these incentives or variable pay are kept over and above the monetary CTC. You will also see that Provident Fund contribution is only 1,800, whereas the basic is 55,417. If you calculate 12 and 13% of basic salary, 55,000, the amount would be very high. But company is only contributing 1,800, which means PF is limited on 15,000. Provident Fund is something which can be contributed up to 15,000 only. Company can say that beyond that we would not be contributing. So this is legally correct, and company is contributing PF up to a maximum salary of 15,000 only. Beyond that, they are not contributing. You will also see that bonus, which is a legal or a retirer benefit, is coming in the monthly salary. Bonus is getting paid every month. So bonus is a part of monthly salary in this company and is not a part of annual CTC. You will also see that gratuity, which we discussed, is nowhere appearing in this offer letter. In this company, gratuity is not a part of CTC. This is one way of designing compensation package. Let's have a look on another. This is another compensation package which belongs to a US MNC, very big company in India. There is a component by the name of leave travel allowance in this offer letter, and company is asking the employee whether you want to take this amount as LTA or you want to convert this amount into monthly special allowance, which means employee is having a choice of deciding how they want to take the salary. These kind of compensation package are called as combined model of compensation package, in which most of the salary component are decided by the company and employee get an option of deciding one or two salary component. You will see that Provident Fund contribution in this company is 4,434, and the basic salary is only 36,009. Sorry, 9. So basic salary is lesser than the previous offer letter, whereas Provident Fund is higher than the previous offer letter, which means in this company, Provident Fund contribution is not limited on 15,000, and company is contributing on total basic salary. You will also see that gratuity is something which is appearing in this offer letter. So gratuity is a part of CTC. This is another way of designing compensation package. Let's have a look on third and last. This offer letter belongs to Tata Group of companies. They are very ethical and they do not add anything extra. So the company is offering 10 lakh to the employee or candidate. Out of 10 lakhs, company has decided 3 lakh 50,000 as basic salary, and rest amount of 5 lakh 8,000 has been put under flexi compensation. This is flexible model of compensation package in which employee decides how they want to take the salary. Salary component would be decided by the employee, and how much amount they want under each salary component would again be decided by them. This kind of compensation package is called as flexible model of compensation package, in which company decide one or two salary component and rest are decided by the employee. Provident fund contribution is getting contributed on total basic salary. Variable pay of 1 lakh, incentive performance, productivity incentive, bonus is 1 lakh. Company has added incentive in the CTC. In the very first offer letter, all these incentives payments were made at, it was mentioned at the bottom and what was not coming in the above calculation. But in this company, variable pay is a part of CTC. If you see closely in the red box below, you will see that whatever benefit or facilities which this company is giving, they are mentioning at the bottom. They have not included the cost of any benefit which they are providing. Mediclaim, accidental top-up, group personal accident, and gratuity. All these benefit is provided by the company, but company has not added the cost of anything. In the very first offer letter, Mediclaim was the benefit, but amount was getting deducted from employee salary. This is another way of designing compensation package. So different company design different and compensation package in their own convenient way due to absence of any law guiding us or saying us that compensation should be designed in this particular way. So if you want to pay 50,000 per month to any employee, 50,000 can be paid in this way also, which is very much legal. There is nothing wrong. 50,000 per month can be paid in this way also. 50,000 per month can be paid in this way also. And if you want to pay 50,000 per month, that can be paid in this way also. All these four salary breakups are legally correct. But if you want to pay 50,000 in this way, or in this way, or in this way, these are not legally correct. In our actual classes, we understand that why these are not legally correct and what are the various other possibilities of paying 50,000 with different breakup. So this is what I wanted to share from my compensation and benefit. Let's uh, spend 5 minutes on labor law. So these all five labor laws, Provident Fund, ESIC Act, Maternity Benefit Act, Bonus Act, and Payment of Debt. These are the biggest and most important labor laws in India, and we have included in the course. On the left-hand column, we will see that we will try to understand what was the purpose of bringing this labor law in India. Why government has thought of making this a labor law. Law applicability means these law or labor laws are applicable to which all companies. Employee eligibility means which all employee comes under these labor law, and benefit means what is the benefit which this labor law is giving to the employee. So let's start. What is the purpose of bringing Provident Fund Act? To ensure social security and retirement benefit. After retirement, one can live happily was the basic purpose of bringing Provident Fund Act. Purpose of ESIC Act to provide medical care to all the ESIC employee and give financial help. ESIC Act is such a strong act that if labor do not get salary from the company, they get salary from ESIC government. What was the purpose of bringing Maternity Benefit Act? So that the woman employee can take care of themselves and their child during pregnancy is something which was the basic purpose of bringing this act. Payment of Bonus Act, the purpose was to share profit with the employee. Payment of Gratuity Act, purpose is to recognize long service. Once you complete 5 years with any company, you become eligible to get gratuity, and gratuity is a very big amount which is paid. Law applicability, these laws are applicable in which all companies. PF become applicable to all company where 20 or more people are working. ESIC become applicable to all those companies where 10 or more people are working. Maternity benefit on 10 number of employees, payment of bonus act on 20 number of employees, and payment of gratuity on 10 number of employees. Which all employees comes under these labor laws? Under Provident Fund, all those employees comes whose basic and DA is 50,000 per month or less. Act is still talking about this, but yes, all those people also comes under PF whose salaries are more than this, but we need to see many things. Under ESIC, who all comes whose monthly salaries are 21,000 per month or less. If your salary is more than 21,000 per month, you will not come under ESIC Act and you will not get any benefit from this Act. Under Maternity Benefit Act, all women come irrespective of their salary. Whether the lady is getting 1 lakh per month or 10 lakh per month, she would also be coming under Maternity Benefit Act. Only 80 days of working in a year makes a women employee eligible to ask for this benefit. Under Payment of Bonus Act, 21,000 per month basic and DA. If you are getting more than this, you are not legally eligible. Whether your company is paying or not paying is a different thing. Only 30 days of working in a year makes an employee eligible to ask for bonus. Payment of Gratuity Act is not dependent on salary. Irrespective of salary, everybody comes under Payment of Gratuity Act, but eligibility is 5 years. Unless and until you work for 5 years in one company continuously, you do not become eligible to get gratuity. Gratuity also become payable in the event of death and disablement if that is happening before 5 years. What are the benefits which these labor laws are providing to employee? PF is giving the benefit of saving money, pension after retirement, insurance coverage, and loan can also be taken from Provident Fund. ESIC is giving the benefit of medical care, salary when the person is not getting salary from company, and maternity to women employees. Maternity benefit gives the benefit of leave with salary. 26 weeks of leave is given with salary to all women employees who are expecting. Payment of bonus, what is the benefit? It is the monetary benefit, lump sum amount, good amount is given every year. Payment of gratuity, again, the benefit is monetary benefit, lump sum amount is given. This is what I wanted to share from labor law. In actual classes, we conduct 5 classes to complete this first module or labor law. So I would be opening this session for question and answer. Please give me 2 more minutes. So this is a kind of homework. Try to find out the correct answer of these. Can an employee apply for sick leave in advance? Also try to find out, can an unmarried woman ask for maternity benefit or not? Is it mandatory to pay bonus as per the Bonus Act by a company who is in loss? Are men allowed to take children to the company crèche daycare? All those companies who are providing crèche facility or daycare facility for children, are men allowed, or it is only female who can carry their children? And try to find out this formula. Is monthly salary divided by 30 equals to annual salary divided by 365 or not? So this is a kind of homework. So we have seen what is compensation and what is the benefit. We have also seen how CNB is designed. We have understood few real offer letters from our client, which has been offered to our candidate. We have prepared one CNB structure in Excel sheet board better understanding, and we have taken a brief overview of important and major labor laws in India. This is the COVID situation. We all know that how many job cuts, layoffs were happened. In the coming days also, things are not that easy. Companies do not want to spend time on training employees. Companies are becoming very choosy and they want to hire the best. The supply of manpower in the market has increased like anything, but demand has not increased. This is why companies are becoming more choosy. They want to hire the best. Supply of talent, as I said, is more in the demand. Multiple jobs are getting merged as one. Companies are combining 2-3 jobs and they are making one. If we are good at one function of HR, going far would not that be possible. If I'm good at recruitment, I need to become good at other function of HR. Every company is looking for multiple or multi-skilled people. Survival of the fittest. We need to remain updated and skilled. If you are good at one function, let's be good at 2-3 more functions. Preference is given to all those people who are multi-skilled and trained. And through the survey, we have seen that it is practical skills and knowledge which are important. So let me thank you for your quality time. Skill hai to kuch nahi mushkil hai is the punchline of Delhi government, which is good also. Let me share you the course detail. There are 4 modules. Every module has got some kind of fee. All those people who want to go for individual module can go for individual module also. These are some important detail. Total course duration is 11 classes. In terms of hours, it would be 28 hours class. Classes happens on Saturday and Sunday only from 4 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. Study material is given on all modules and topics which has been prepared by us. Access to all live class recording. Whatever classes we conduct, every class gets recorded. Today demo class is also getting recorded. And immediately after the class, we send the class recording to all the students. That recording is their recording and they can watch for n number of times as per their convenience. I would be sending today's recording to you all also through mail and WhatsApp. In the same way, we send the actual class recording. Practice test is conducted after every topic or module. During the 11 classes, there will be 4 practice tests. We conduct this practice test for practicing purpose only, and we try to see how the learning is going on. And there is a certificate after the completion of training. Our company and course both are ISO 9000 certified. So whatever certificate we issue carry the logo of ISO 9000. And then there is offline Doubts and clarification support is also required, also available. You can speak to us any moment, or you can speak to any of the faculty for seeking any help. These are the 4 module course highlight I have said you. If you add the fee, total fee would be coming to 7,000. Anybody going for the entire course, the discounted fee is 5,000 only. These are my number, which I would be sharing through mail and WhatsApp both. So how we start? We start with module 1, then module 2, go to more module 3, then move to module 4, and again we start with module 1. In this circular way, course keep on revolving. Admission can be taken when we are starting module 4. Admission can also be taken when we are starting module 3, and admission can also be taken when either we are starting module 1 or 2. Next admission, fresh batch is starting from Saturday, 18th June. From 18th June, we would be starting class from module 1. From very beginning, the course will start. These are the certificate which we are issuing to students, and they are flashing it on LinkedIn saying that they are HR Generalist certified now. We conducted this certification course with this MBA college in Noida, Greater Noida. We were invited by Aligarh Muslim University also. We conducted seminar with this college in Bareilly, and we were recently invited at this college for conducting this webinar. This is the course detail. Now over to you, everyone. Anything, give me a moment. Let me. Yes, you all can speak also. So let me know if you have any doubt from the demo class which we have seen, or any questions from the course which we are offering. Before that, let me share you our company LinkedIn and YouTube channel detail. If you visit to LinkedIn page, you would be able to see that on what all opening we are working. And if you visit YouTube channel, you would be able to see that there are many free tutorials which can be useful. Over to you, everyone. Let me know if you have any query from the demo session which we have seen, or any query or any questions from the course which we are offering.